So I was drawn to the course because I really liked how it brought together lots of different tools, which it would encourage you to use. It would explain thoroughly, give you some practice with, but the whole course also leaves you to be your own coach. It's not prescriptive of these are the tools you need. It was, these are all the tools you can use, but we want you to be your own coach. Before I started the course, I listened to the podcast a lot. The podcast was what brought me to the course in the first place. So I already felt like I knew you and Tom already. And the way that things were explained, the way that it wasn't overcomplicated, it was broken down into very simple steps as to what it is, how you can use it, when you can use it, was really appealing to me as well. For me, the most enlightening parts of the course were actually being coached by the other coaches in our groups. It gave me so much time to think about myself. And I know the power of coaching, which is why I was here in the first place. But it almost brings me back full circle that I learned so much. Some things that I knew a little bit about already, but not in any great detail. And actually practicing those skills on other people who knew a little bit about the skills as well was massive. But being coached by these other people, having that time and that space was the most revelatory for me personally, I would say. The most enjoyable part for me was getting to know you and Tom and the bonds that we forged as a group. I think it was really powerful that lots of people of a similar mind who have maybe gone through similar experiences in life and they've been all brought together to learn how to build each other up without directing them, but almost allowing each of us to blossom on our own, but just by asking the right questions. I think that was a magical thing. So working in the small groups, I think was perfect. The groups themselves were small enough to feel part of the group and seen, small enough to get connections with everybody else, but big enough that it's varied week on week. So you're not always coaching the same person. You're not always being coached by the same person. There's enough variety there for exploring different avenues in yourself when you are being coached and to coach different styles of character and personality when you are coaching. So it was spot on from my point of view. A couple of things. Firstly, it's increased my coaching skill, competency, and confidence tenfold. I'd had some coaching experience before, and I felt like I could pretty much do it. It was just going to be learning some new tools, but actually feeling like I am a coach has been the most transformational thing for me. It's certainly focused my passion for coaching, and the whole experience has given me more direction and purpose in my life. So I'm using coaching mainly with other dentists or professionals in the dental field at the moment. Um, I feel as if I may not always want to do that. I feel like I've got something to offer for healthcare professionals across the board. I find myself drawn to helping people deal with burnout and the recovery from burnout. Um, yeah, and I think at the moment that's where I see myself, but I'm quite happy for it to evolve as it does. I would tell any other medical professional thinking about that course to definitely do it, but only if they have a real passion for self-development. They want to get into a coaching field or use coaching in their working life already, and that they are prepared to throw themselves at it wholeheartedly. I think that is the best way to get the most out of it. And if you do, it will be transformational for you as well as those you coach.